Yo, yo, yo.
What's popping?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. How you doing, man? Thank you for having me.
Oh man, I'm blessed, brother. Man, I appreciate you for coming through. I don't know what that technical difficulty was about, man, but I truly apologize on my end
No,
for
it's
not
all good.
allowing you to get in this joint, man. But I definitely wanted to make sure I got you in here, and I'm
Yeah,
glad you are here, man, to rock out with me, man.
yeah, it's all good, man. Things happen. We here now, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's all that matter, right?
Right. Off top, off top.
That's a fact, man. So I would like to officially welcome you to the 5 o'clock drive with DJ Gea, man. My co-host
Oh,
Lady Rose and CEO Bankhead. It's a pleasure to have you in the building.
oh, man, thank y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all for having me, especially on the 5 o'clock drop when everybody on their way back home. You feel me? Just got off work, happy as
Yes,
hell. It's
sir.
Friday. You know what I'm saying? The
Yes, sir.
weekend.
Yes,
We get
sir.
to have a couple days to relax. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Most definitely, most definitely. You right about that, man. It's Friday. They on the way home. They trying to
exactly.
relax, and what better way to do it with some Adrian Marcel,
Come
man, with the
on,
new
man. Come
joint you about
on.
to drop.
Mr. Light Skin himself. What you mean?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir. Man, so for those who tapped in and listening through these radio waves, who locked in with us on Instagram, Facebook, and 22 other networks, man, go and let them who know who in the building right now.
How y'all doing? I go by the name of Adrian Marcel, but if you know me well, you can go ahead and call me Marcel. You know what I mean? I sing a little bit. You know what I mean? I play a little bit. I do a couple things, but mostly known for this R&B game. You feel me? Got a new single that just hit the waves. You know what I mean? Called "I Got You." It's a R&B gangster ballad. You know what I'm talking about? Something different. You feel me? So I think it's perfect. It's perfect for the 5 o'clock drop. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts, facts, man. When I heard the record, I'm like, you know what? I got to put this in rotation right now. I
Yeah,
got to go ahead and
absolutely.
run and do this because, man,
Absolutely.
it's one of them records that I feel so deep in me. Like I'm like,
You
man,
feel me?
it's a
Yeah.
banger right here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. That's what it's supposed to feel like, man. Especially for the guys. You know what I mean? I wanted to give them something that they could ride to and they could feel too. You know what I mean? The ladies,
Yeah,
the women was for sure gonna love it. I felt, but it was more about the dudes being able to really rock with it and relate to it. You know what I mean?
most definitely. And you got one of them. I mean, I can attest to that, man, because just listening to the record, I'm like, man, this joint is so fire
Yeah.
that you know what? I can rock with it. My lady can rock with it.
Yeah.
We all in here like that. So man,
Exactly.
it's definitely one
Exactly.
of them. You feel
Yeah.
me? So man, let's get into it, man. So man, how you been doing, man, during this pandemic? Everybody been going through some craziness, man. But how Mr. Light Skin been doing?
And Mr. Lightskin been taking it with, what I'm saying, like it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? No, I've been good. This quarantine for me was kind of needed and I didn't even know. You know what I mean? I needed to kind of
Facts.
slow down for a second, take a break, recalibrate, you know what I mean? Going to what I like to call a cocoon, evolve. I think it was a good time for me to just pay attention to some things that I wasn't. I think
Right.
especially for artists, we get caught in this game and constantly pushing and pushing and pushing, but it's a lot of things you leave behind. I like to look at it like, you washing clothes, you trying to grab all them clothes out the dryer, man, and get them to the room. You feel me? But you dropping
Yes,
drawers,
sir.
you dropping, you know what I mean? You dropping all
Yeah.
the little mini
Yeah.
essentials. You feel me? You losing socks, so
Yeah.
I had to really just get my basket together, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think it worked out perfectly for me, man. God was able to get close with the family, able to get more in tune with my craft, in ways that I hadn't before.
Okay.
Lock in with new people, man, with new creatives, and start to create new sounds, man. So I don't know about everybody else, man, but I've been blessed tremendous
Facts.
throughout this time, bro. So I ain't got
Okay.
not one complaint. You feel me?
Facts. Man, I could definitely feel that, man. It's good to hear some great things that came out of the pandemic after all the
Yeah,
hurt that people been going
yeah,
through. So, man,
yeah.
I'm glad you got a chance to lock in, man, recalibrate, get yourself back together, and be coming out with this new music that we got, man.
Oh, yeah,
So,
man.
man, where are you from, man? And how did growing up there inspire Adrian Marcel to do what he do?
Man, I come from East Oakland, bro. You know what I mean? Bay
Okay.
Area, Gay Area, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, East Oakland is all around me, bro. You know, it's all a part of my music,
Okay.
especially this new batch of music that I've been working on.
Okay.
I think on top of just being able to, lock in with new people and all of that throughout this quarantine, I also was able to really lock in with just who I really am. Sometimes I think before I was caught in trying to, I don't know, just trying to hide some of those sides, of me, because,
Yeah.
people see the light skin thing
Like,
and all
yeah.
that, they get it
Yeah.
real twisted. You know what I'm saying?
They
I don't,
get
I
to,
don't,
yeah.
I don't want them to do that, man. You know what I mean? I come from the town, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I come from
Yeah.
East Oakland where it's a different culture out here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of game
Okay.
out here, and I was able to soak it up, since I was a kid, bro. So a lot of the music that I'm doing now has truly been inspired by just my experiences here, how I was raised, man. I was
Okay.
blessed to have kind of both sides. I had parents that were, you know, working extremely hard to keep me out of the streets because in Oakland, man, it's easy to fall subject to it. You know what I mean? And I had them there that was always keeping me busy, always keeping my mind focused. But on the other end, I had, all these older brothers and cousins and everything that had me in the streets, but was also able to show me how to maneuver. You know what I mean? So I was able to kind of live vicariously through a lot of the people around me. So it was a lot of things that I didn't have to get into, but still was able to understand
Okay.
and still was able
Yeah.
to have some experience with. So, East Oakland has been a huge part of the way I create my music, what I talk about, the way I talk about it. I'm very much R&B, but I don't like to approach my R&B soft. I don't like to
Okay.
approach my R&B like modestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's R&B is already for the ladies. It's already
Yeah.
smooth enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
for me, I like to keep that raunchy, ratchet, you know what I mean? Like kind of gritty
Yeah.
feel to it as well. I mean, just like what I got you, I'm down the ride for you, pull up on a nigga
Yeah.
slide for you. You know
Nah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not so much trying to, like I ain't trying to be gangster. I'm just letting you know
Yeah.
how, where I'm from and how I love you. I'm
Yeah.
with you like that. I'm gonna
This
slide
this
on the
this how,
bitch.
this how we rocking.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's a lot of game. It's a lot of culture that comes from where I'm from, man. And you know what I mean? I've always felt like it's been a strong suit to my music and to my artistry.
Okay. Okay. That's super dope right there, man. So let's go back, man. When you first started listening to music, getting in tune with it, who was them artists that inspired Adrian Marcel?
Oh man, I mean, early on when I was young, man, there was a lot of old school artists, a lot of like Sam Cooke, Donny Hathaways and Al Greens. You know what I mean? I feel like, and even like Bill Withers, things like that. Like
Okay.
I was into a lot of old school music, man. I think that's where my stories come from. The reason why I like to
Yeah.
sing about stories and stuff,
Yeah.
learning from them OGs like that. And as I got older, of course, it changes because you got the girls and everything. They don't want to listen to no Al Green. They don't know nothing about that.
No, no. Oh no.
They don't want to listen to none of that. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
you had to switch it up. But a lot of big influences for me were like Usher, Genuine, Maxwell,
Okay.
Tanks, Carl Thomas. I mean, just a like super R&B artists, man.
Okay.
Super duper R&B artists, bro. But
You
I
speaking
feel
my
like,
language right now.
yeah, man. But I feel like, again, like they were R&B, but they wasn't soft.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah. Yeah.
when you look at Genuine, man, Genuine was up there singing So Anxious, but he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was coming with the
Yeah.
tank top,
Change.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole get down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, that's kind of like, where I got a lot of my influence from was that type of
Yeah.
R&B. You know what I mean? It was
Facts.
real, it was gritty, it was grimy, but at the same time, it was deep. You feel me? It
Real
was,
talk.
Yeah.
Real talk, man. It led us into artists like Jodeci with the combat boots and the jeans.
Come on,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Jagged edge. You
Hello,
feel me? Like
hello,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
exactly.
that was that R&B that touched you, but grabs you at the same time. Like, don't you know what I'm saying?
Period.
I'm here.
When I was coming up, bro, you know what I mean? I was watching my older brothers and my cousins and shit. Like they was mobbing to R&B joints. You know what I mean? They was riding to the like you say, the Jodeci's, the Jagged Edge. You feel me? You know what I mean? And I remember being in that back seat, bro, riding with them. Maybe they pick up a chick or something like that, and you know, they put that, you feel me?
Yeah,
Like, you feel me? Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
You know what time it is.
Yeah. So, you know, that's why I like to do the music. I like to do, man, because it comes from that, you know, that feeling, that vibe that R&B supposed to give you. You know what I'm saying? Rhythm and blues. Yeah.
Facts, man. So let's take it back, man. You know, let's talk about where the love of this music started. So, man, so you dropped the debut mixtape, man, and Raphael Sadiq, man, Take You Under the Wing. Yeah. Man, what kind of vibe was that?
Man, it was an easy vibe. It was a smooth vibe because, you feel me, we both from Oakland. So it was like, you know, same block, you know a lot of the same people, you know what I mean, tapped in with things. He's a legend. He's a legend, man. He's been around. He's been around doing it, killing it for years. And you know, the dope part about it was that, you know, when you come from Oakland, most of the time, when you really from Oakland and you really take the essence of what Oakland is, you know, you don't tend to change when you get where you're trying to go. You know what I mean? Because you know that you're never truly there. You know, there's always more room to grow. So it was very dope to be able to tap in with him and to see that my mental was kind of like on the same wavelength and the same page, was on the same wavelength, you know, kind of like just, you know, we were able to match up, you know?
Oh. Yeah. You good, bro. we understand, baby. You know what I'm saying? We still living life. You got to, you heard? Exactly. Hey, we here with you though. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, Ray, you know, he taught me a lot of game, man. He gave me a lot of insight just on the way things are in the industry, what to look out for. You know, I think that he respected the way I created, you know, so it wasn't a lot of training that had to happen or nothing like that. It turned more into just a mentorship, man, where he was able to just give me game, man, and give me some guidance and just reassure me that I was on that, like I said, mentally, I was on the right path, you know?
Yeah, that's dope, man. Cause like you said, man, that's legendary stuff right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to have somebody like that, you know, mentor you, you know, and be around them same people. That's why you the star you are, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
it was in you from birth, man. It was in you from birth, man. You know
exactly.
Man, so now you drop 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The smash. It's going crazy. And I got a crazy story for you. You know, where I'm at, I'm in Carbondale, Illinois, right?
Okay.
So I look on the credits of the record. Anthony Franks is in the credits. That's my homie.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's my guy. Hey, that's my guy, bro. I'm gonna tell you. One thing about Illinois, Chicago, that, you know, the whole spot, man. I love the vibe, bro.
Yeah.
I love the vibe of the people, man. Soul of the people, bro. Like, you know, I've had a lot of people around me from there, you know, and everybody that I've been blessed to be around, man, I fuck with them. I fuck with them hard, bro, because like, you know what I mean? They just real, they themselves, funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? And as a character, bro, I fuck with and so hard, bro. That's my guy. When we first linked up doing 2 a.m., you know, and it's crazy because I didn't like the record when I heard it. You know, when I first heard the demo and everything, I'm like, come on, bro, this ain't it. This ain't me, bro. You know, and I kept saying I was gonna record it, but I never would. You know, I would always somehow finesse my way from, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And one day, man, I couldn't finesse my way out of this one. They called me, you know, my people called me and it was like, man, come to the studio. We got a record. We want you to hear. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right, cool. So I pull up. As soon as I pull up, all the writers, everybody's right there, Ant included. Everybody's standing outside. I'm like, what's up? You know what I mean? What's happening?
What's going on?
And yeah, what's up? You feel me? So everybody like, cool, man, we finna record this 2 a.m. Like, what?
What?
Oh, bro, come
man.
on.
Yeah.
But it was Ant, man. It was Anthony, because it was dope. It was Chris Kyle, it was Krishan, and Ant. And immediately though, me and Ant clicked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like immediately we clicked. And he was one of the ones that really kind of like, you know, talked me into the vibe and feeling it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, bro. Okay, y'all. All right.
I might
I'm gonna go ahead
with
and
this a
do it.
little bit.
I'm gonna do it. And what's funny is I was in there trying to like, you know, sing it. And they kept saying, nah, man, you know, you're not giving it the right energy. You're not giving it the right energy. So I called myself being petty and trying to be goofy when I sang it. So I did it the goofy way. Next thing I know, Ant back there like, exactly. That's it,
That's
G.
it.
That's it. I'm like, oh, all right, well, well, there you go.
All right, here we go. For real, man.
Here we go.
That's dope though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you never know how roads cross and you know how people know people and everything. And when I seen the credits, you know what I'm saying, on the record, I'm like, man, that's my guy. Yellow Door Builders, man. Great businessman, great writer, dope artist.
I was there to see the transition into in his love for building and construction and you know, just all of this shit with property, bro. I immediately meshed with him because that's my background as well, man. I come from that, bro. I'm building my house right now, so we talk a lot. You know, I actually just talked to him like last week. You know what I mean? Because he'll hit me up and be like, man, why you got that door right there? You know what I mean? Is it, you know, you sure you want that door? So I'm like, well, yeah, because I got to do X, Y, and Z and the dimensions. So he's like, okay. So we still completely locked in. That's my guy, bro.
Man, when you got organic, real relationships, they don't just stop at the surface where they at, man. They continue to keep building, man.
Exactly.
So, man, so after you dropped that record, you know what I'm saying, and then you putting out more music and everything, you know, it's like, you know, what has been that transition to 2021 right now? That's like, you know what you been doing? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, after 2 a.m., you know, I put out different streams of music. You know, I put out GMFU, you know, which was Got Me Fucked Up, which was my exit from my label, you know, from Republic. And that was kind of like, you know, I feel like I was going through sort of a bitter time, you know what I mean? Not fully upset, but still just trying to put it together, like, you know, did I waste my time? Was it, you know what I mean? What was the pace, you know, to get down, you know, like most artists feel on their transitions. But you know, once I put that out, you know, and I had time to think, I had time to kind of like feel what was going on and where I was. You know, I spent time really just getting out of everything, all my contracts, all of my situations, you know, whether it be the labels, the managements, whatever it was, because I feel like I needed to step into a role for myself where, you know, I understood, you know, my business. I understood what was going on and where I was and what I actually wanted. You know what I mean? You know, before I feel like I was being led, and because my biggest thing was just, man, I just want to sing. I just want to sing records, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then it changed, man. You know, it was more about me being a man, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being my own man. You feel me? Like, okay, am I making decisions? Am I, you know what I mean? Am I putting the effort forth to move my career forward, to move myself forward, to evolve? So, you know, at that point, I stopped for a minute and I started to figure out the business, my royalties, my masters, my publishing, like what is all that? You know what I mean? Finding out like, shit, I didn't have nothing registered. I didn't have nothing, you know what I mean? I didn't have anything put, you know, like put down that was,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like you start figuring out
Yeah.
where your money come from, and there's so
Where
many
your
different
money, yeah, where your
avenues of
streams at.
revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got
Yeah.
sound exchange, you got
Yeah.
you got all these different platforms where
Yeah.
you're able to collect your funds. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, it's more than just recording records, bro. It's like
Work.
after you
Yeah.
record the record, what happens? What do you do with
Yeah.
it? So, you know, I really just started to dive into it like that, you know, and honestly,
Okay.
I just wanted to get into the field of putting out music myself, you know. So I put out a couple different things. I put out a project night called 98th,
Uh-huh.
which was still like to me one of my favorite projects, because I was just able to have more freedom in how I created, and
Okay.
just stepping into that full range of everything, like, you know, just putting my foot
Yeah.
in everything. And
Okay.
but even then, I think it was still kind of wet behind the ears on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there was
Yeah.
things that I feel like I still missed, and I wasn't doing. But coming to 2021, like I said, with the quarantine, you know what I mean? Now that I had all these things in line with my business and what I wanted to do, started my label, started my production company, started all these different things. At that point, then is when I said, all right, now I need to take it that next step, take it even more serious. You know, what is the game plan? Like, how do you execute? What are the roles that I need to fill? Like, I can do X, Y, and
Facts.
Z. You know what I mean? I'm more than a
Uh-huh.
singer now. You know, I can do X, Y, and Z, but I still need A, B,
Yeah.
and C done.
Yeah.
I still need, you know what I'm saying, EFG. You feel me?
Most
Those
definitely.
roles still need to be filled. So,
Feel.
you know, I
Yeah.
mean, I just really took the time and started to put people in motion with me, around me, and vibe with other entities, man. And now coming into this new realm of music, you know, it's I feel like it's just evolved. You know what I mean? I know exactly who I am. There's not a question on you know what it looks like, what it sounds like,
Yeah.
what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like everything. You know, to really go a step deeper into your
Yeah.
artistry, into your
Yeah.
craft. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was really most important in this time. So now a lot of this music that I have coming out, man, is, to me, is some of my best work. You know, because I'm in a space where I'm not trying to prove anything. I have nothing to
Right.
prove. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can sing. I don't care if I can
Yeah.
sing better than this person or that person,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
sound better. It doesn't matter. You gonna rock with it. You gonna fuck with it because
It's for the
it's
love of the
genuine,
music,
it's
man.
organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The passion.
It's
I
for the
really was
love.
able to
Yeah.
put the passion and the plan in motion. So, you know, some people have the passion but don't have the plan. Some people got the plan but ain't got enough passion. But when you're able to put those two things together, man, the performance that comes out of that is perfection, bro, for me.
Man, hey, I want to salute you on that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because a lot of times people, you know, they'll just jump back in the water, be like, you know what, I'm out of my
yeah,
situation, and then I'm just gonna
exactly,
jump back in and
exactly,
swim, and then you still
exactly.
drown, and you're like, man, hold on, I'm not in the same situation, but I'm getting the
Right.
same
I
outcome.
forgot I needed the life jacket.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot
I
I needed the life
forgot I
jacket.
didn't have a life. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
didn't do the
yeah,
proper
yeah.
strokes. You know what I mean?
Strokes, yeah, yeah,
And that's the thing. That's the thing for me, was I felt like, okay, you're gonna start shooting aimlessly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be
yeah,
calculated with your shots. It's like NBA 2K, man. You get rated like, that was a bad
yeah.
shot. That wasn't a good
Yeah.
shot.
That wasn't a good
That wasn't a
shot there.
good
You know what I'm
shot.
saying?
That
You
wasn't
took it. It
good.
might have
And
looked good, but it was
you
bad.
feel me? And it's messing up your
Yeah.
field goal percentage.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
for me, I was more about, I'd rather be silent and be quiet,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, than shoot a bunch of shots. You know what I mean? I'd
Yeah.
rather be 2 for 2 than
Yeah.
2 for 30. You know what I mean? Than
Yeah.
15 for
Yeah.
30, or 30, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you know, all of those things matter, and you'll lose your base, you'll lose your people,
Yeah.
you know, the more that they start to see that you're missing. That's like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
missing. It's missing. I can deal with.
Real talk.
I was always
Yeah.
cool with people. I was always cool with people like, you know, damn, where's AM? More than I'd be
Yeah.
cool with people like, damn, what happened to AM? Like,
Damn, yeah.
nah, nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
two
Nah,
different
yeah.
people.
I mean, yeah,
That's
yeah.
two
I mean,
different
it's
people.
the you don't want the 50, like, damn, homie, in high school you was the man,
He
homie.
was the
Fuck happened
man,
to
and
you? Yeah.
bro,
You know what I'm saying?
literally taking the
Yeah.
words out of my mouth. Like, I live by that. The moment I heard that,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I was in middle school, bro, and I heard that
Heard
line, like,
that. Yeah.
damn, homie, high school, you was the man, homie.
Man, fuck
Happened to you. I told myself I was never gonna be that dude, ever. So I'll be quiet, I'll be silent, I'll be here, I'll do all of that before somebody able to say like, yeah, he lost it. No, I ain't never lost it. You know what I'm saying? You lost me, but
you lost
I
me.
ain't lost.
Yeah, I ain't never lost.
You lost
Real
me,
talk, man. Real talk.
Exactly.
I rocks with that, man, all the way, man. So, man, let's talk about this record, man. I got you. How did that joint come about?
So, you know, in January, man, I linked up with my homie Sonny B. You know, they got a group called CRSB. You know, huge in Hawaii, huge in Guam. You know, more island group. You know, and we met through a homie of mine who plays guitar. And again, this was just me kind of like getting back into the swing. I hadn't been in the studio for a year. I hadn't been. I mean, I was doing little, you know, features and stuff from the house. You know, I learned how to record myself well, learned how to really work all these different programs like Ableton, Pro Tools. And that's what kind of like sustained me to be able to, you know, just stay afloat, you know, but stay in the groove. But I finally started getting in the studio, man. And Sonny walked in. My man Sonny walked in and we started writing, bruh. And it was something different. You know, it was like the melodies he was presenting to me. I'm like, okay, man, this is kind of dope. So we put it together. You know, I mean, we're gonna rock. You know, we got in the studio a couple of times. We didn't do no work. We just chopped it up, man. You know, again, found out that the vibe was set between us. Like, man, we a lot alike. And then one day we got in there, bro, and we knocked out like 4 records. We wrote and recorded 4 records in like probably like 5-6 hours, bro. It was just crazy. It was many. Never done it before. Never did. Yeah, just exactly power session, bro. Never had rock like that before. You know, because again, I was always like quality over quantity. So you know, I'd rather have a bomb record in 6 hours than to have 5 records that are okay. But these were records that I was like, yo, this is something else, bro. This is different. This is different, you know. And we locked in, man, and we started putting things together. We started tapping in with a couple other people. My homegirl Ren Nicole out in LA. And my homie Too Tall, crazy producer. I mean, we just locked in. We started getting some Airbnbs and we flipped them into studios. You know, instead of going to the studio, we were in our Airbnbs, man. And we was, I mean, if these people would have came in and seen what we was doing to their homes, bro,
they'd have been like, what?
They'd have been like, no, we gonna have to charge y'all extra. We got to charge you an extra $100 or something. You know, $500 because you know you move my couch. We taking couches upstairs. We open everything, man. But it was a dope situation because we were able to just vibe. Like it didn't feel like work. You know what I mean? Like it didn't feel like we were like it just didn't feel like we were working. It felt like we were just in a space of a vibe, man, and just kind of pulling from each other's vibes. You know, so we had so many different creatives coming in there, you know, from photographers, videographers to, you know, producers, writers. I mean, executives. I mean, it was just random. It was just so random. And I've never seen so many people who do the same thing able to be in one room and not feel like, you know, competing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just in a vibe, man. And this was one of the records I got records that we came out with. I mean, we were staying in these places for like 4 days, and we would come out with about 6 records each time. But these records would be so strong, like you know, like they would feel like big records to us, and we hadn't even recorded them yet. You know, so I mean, I Got You came out second, and we knew from the moment we wrote it, it was like, hey, this gonna be a problem. This one gonna be a problem. Can you hear me?
Video you got a video on that joint yet?
So the video is on the way, man. It's gonna end up dropping in the middle of this month, you know.
Okay.
Super excited about it, bro. the day. Like, again, man, I came up on the Ushers and the Genuines and things, man, and how they was doing their thing, man. So I'm really going full-fledged 100% R&B. You know what I mean? Like I'm living in this R&B nigga thing, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
You got my interest already peaked by saying that because man, you don't see real videos no more, man.
Nah. Like with all of this music, for me, I think that it was, again, spending this time thinking about how to execute, like what's the plan, and again, what does that look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? All of these things were important. So when I locked in with my director, visual, shout out to Momo and all the Vigilante crew. When we locked in, I wanted to make sure that the visuals were able to represent the lyrics.
Okay.
Represent the feel of the song.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So, in this record, again, this is a ghetto love story. This is for everyone. This is for everyone who is living in their imperfected relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for the gram, not for social media, not for no highlights and nothing like that. Like, this nigga ain't perfect. He done cheated on me a couple times. He didn't do X, Y, and Z. I ain't been perfect. I got issues. I got this. Still hold it. You know what I mean? Like these type of things. You know what I mean? We argue a lot. That's how we love. We do this a lot. That's how we. All these different factors that I feel make a real relationship. And I wanted people to see that. I think that it's easy to do some sexual shit. It's easy to do, you know what I mean? The basics that I feel like you said a lot of videos have become. But I didn't want to hide behind no antics. I just wanted it to be, I wanted every scene that we take, any visual that we using, I want you to feel what's going on. If you turn the music off, if you put it on mute and you just watch it like a silent movie, you can still feel like, damn, there's some energy coming off this screen. Like, man, this must be a love song. This must be, you know what I'm saying? This must be, you feel me? So, and even when we were writing it, bro, shout out to Ren Nicole, because the song wouldn't have made it had it not been for her. Because, when we first heard the beat, I wasn't sold on the beat at first. I was like, this is not the R&B we were going for. This doesn't sound like R&B from the music. But she, again, we had just left. I came home for a second, took a break from the house, came to the crib to kind of shower up and, just take a little break. And it was about 6 a.m. I got home. And she texted me at 7 and was like, she texted me lyrics. And I'm like, what is this? And it was like, strapped up, my gun, my this, bitches, boom, boom. I'm like, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this is kind of, because we had got into it. We were telling her, she was the only girl. So we were telling her like, that's not masculine enough. So she felt like, what's more masculine than guns and bitches?
Guns and bitches.
So I'm like, all right, so when we get back, we're gonna work on this. We sat down, we started picking through everything she was saying, and it started to make sense. So even if with that line, I'm down to ride for you, pull up on a nigga, slide for you, I keep it off safety. For me, I took it as a double entendre, because it was like, if you a thug ass nigga, if you from the hood, if you from the streets, then you know what I'm saying, you keep your shit off safety, because you gotta keep it loaded. But if you a square bear, if you ain't from the streets like that, you know what I'm saying, you don't know nothing about that life, then maybe we talking about your heart. You feel me? You still got a heart, you still can keep that off safety. You feel me? So all of these different things that went into the, it's like you can make them thugged out if you want to, if that's where you from. But also you ain't gotta understand the streets at all to understand the record. You know what I mean? Like it was just a bunch of double meanings to it all. So I feel like this record to me stood out to be first, because I'm like, people haven't heard me like this. people haven't heard me come on the records like this, you know what I mean? And it was the perfect setup, you know. So even the next record that we dropping top of next month, first week of September, man, we dropped the next one. And again, it's still with that type of vibe where totally different from this record, but the same nigga though. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like
I need that, man. Top of the month, man. Make
yeah,
sure
it's
I
good.
get that.
Straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Yeah.
Straight up, man. We gonna put that straight in rotation just like this one, man. Make sure we get that joint, man. So what we gonna do right now, man? We gonna go ahead and put this action in the move in the 5 o'clock drive. So man, go ahead and let them know what's going down, what we got right here, what kind of hit record we about to play. We're gonna play this joint, we're gonna come back and chop it up after that.
So listen, this record right here is a reintroduction, you know what I mean, to let you know a little bit more about Marcel. You might have met Adrian, but you know what I'm saying, I want to introduce you to this nigga Marcel. He a different character. You got to watch out for him, you know what I'm saying? Be careful with this one. But this record right here we finna drop is it's entitled I Got You / End of the Day, you know what I mean? And you about to hear it live on Hits 107.3 The Beat, man. Let's get it.
Hey. This definitely my joint, man. I fuck with this shit tough.
Yeah,
pull
man.
Up on the nigga slide for me. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You feel me? It might sound a little crazy, you feel me? But
you know I got you. Pull up on a nigga slide for you.
Yeah.
Them harmonies were stupid right there too.
I appreciate that.
What's so crazy about this shit? I can see myself riding and going to pull up on my girl, like,
you feel me?
And give her that look, like,
you feel me? Like, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Quit playing with me. Exactly.
And then I can see the females just on the same mode. Oh yeah.
Need to be felt.
That motherfucking guitar. Whew.
He went stupid. My man Alex. I'm crazy.
That motherfucking guitar take you somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. End of the day. Facts, man. That's the Adrian Marcel Got You End of the Day. I'm over here singing knowing I can't hold a note, but it got me feeling like that. You feel me? Man, that's one of them joints right there, man. So, man, now that you got this hit record out, man, what's next?
Like I said, man, you know, it's just for me, it's just consistency, you know, continuous music, you know, dope visuals, you know. We got the EP coming at the end of the year. We're looking at an end either you know, end of September or early November. You know, I'll probably drop the EP entitled Marcel. Again, just a reintroduction, man. You know, I don't like to look at it like a reinvention, you know, because I'm not reinvented. Like, I'm still the same.
Yeah, I'm still the same me. Yeah.
But you know, at the same time, you know, evolved. You know, there's a lot of growth there, you know, and a lot of self-awareness since this quarantine. So, you know, there's things that I wasn't comfortable with, I'm extremely comfortable with now. There's things
Okay.
that I was comfortable with that they ain't cool no more to me. You feel me? So it's these
Yeah.
it's just these different things about me now, man. And I feel like, you know, this side of me is a side that my audience hasn't met yet, hasn't really been able to vibe with quite yet. But I'm 1,000% sure they're gonna fuck with this dude, man. You know, and the feel of the music, the vibe of the music, man, it's a little different. Again, I'm not out to prove nothing. I'm just out to do
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a lot of music on the way, man. Shit,
Okay.
we got about 3 or 4 projects sitting. So I mean, it's
Okay.
nothing but time. I'm looking at it like it's nothing but time. I've been setting
Right.
up 2022 since January, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of music on the way, man. People, I know for a while now, I've been very like on and off, like throw something out,
Yeah.
push it,
Yeah.
dip off. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time this quarantine and even this year, just really, really making sure that all these ducks was in order, man. The team was together, bro. And at this point, it's nonstop, man. So I hope they ready for this R&B shit, man, because
Facts.
we bringing it back with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you
Yeah,
did exactly what you supposed to do, man. You threw some records out there just to keep their mouth wet. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah,
way they didn't forget.
yeah,
They knew you AM was coming, but
yeah,
they didn't forget, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And now it's something special when you truly find yourself and find your place in this music. It's
Hello.
like
Yeah,
it's a whole different level that you can reach at what you're doing, and it
yeah,
take you somewhere that you can never imagine, man. And I
yeah.
can see it. I'm looking at you right now, and I see it in your face. Real talk,
You
like
feel me?
how
You feel
how
me? Yeah,
passionate, how that music make you feel, and being
yeah.
able to do it the way you want to do it. It's a whole
Exactly,
different freedom.
exactly, man. Exactly. Growth, evolution, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, so a lot of self-awareness, you know. It's just going through life, man. It's life stages, you know, and if you allow life to do what it's supposed to do, if you go with the flow, you know, you don't try to control the flow, you just go with it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you in waters, man, that's moving, you could swim,
Yeah.
you can try to swim upstream all you want, bro,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
all you doing is just exerting a lot of energy.
That's journey.
You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
So for me,
Staying in the same place.
it was being very comfortable with knowing where things were going. You know, I'm being taken on a ride. Shit, I'm just like the audience. I'm riding with y'all,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm surprised by it every now and then too.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
but I think that spontaneity, man, just keeps things just so exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with it, man, you know, I'm just enjoying the process. I love recording again. I love, you know, building out plans and figuring out what's what and how we gonna do this and how we gonna do that. You know what I mean? I used to hate making calls, man. I love it now. I love making
Yeah.
calls. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
You said we were supposed to do X,
Yeah.
Y, and Z. What's happening? Let's
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. What's
You know what I
happening?
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you know you have something. You know, I think the
Mhm.
biggest thing was just not knowing if I had it yet. Like I got some
Yeah.
good records,
Yeah.
but do I have it? You know what I'm
Have it.
saying? And
Yeah. Yeah.
at this point in time, in this stage in my life, I got it. I got it.
Mm,
You know what I'm
without
saying? So I'm
question.
enjoying it.
Without a
Yeah, I'm
doubt.
enjoying it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Indubitably. You feel me?
Yeah, facts, man. Man, I appreciate you for sliding through on me, man. Hey, this
Yeah,
been
man.
one of the most energetic, man, active conversations I've had in a minute. Real talk,
That's what's
it's
up.
like we had a instant connection of this
That's
kind.
it,
Cause man,
man.
I ain't even asked half the questions I was going to ask. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
It's just
cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
the conversation drove itself, and it gave people a chance to actually dive in and hear you from before, see what's going
Yeah.
on now, hear the
Yeah.
music, and get to
Yeah.
know you a little more, man. And I really love this conversation. Like right now, Instagram, they like, man, this is it right here. We loving this vibe. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
So
up, man.
man, I definitely appreciate you for coming through, man. Let the people know how they can, get in contact, follow you, book you, whatever,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, so they can tap in with you.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You know, I'm on a couple different platforms. I mean, you know, social media. Follow me on the gram, Adrian Marcel, Twitter, Adrian Marcel 510. Let's see what else. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I just joined this Cameo thing, man. I don't know if y'all know about it, but it's pretty dope. You feel me? You can hit me up and book me for little anniversaries or wedding shit or, you know, birthdays, you know what I'm saying? Get your little personal messages and videos, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, hit the email for any bookings, anything, Adrian Marcel 510 at gmail.com. And then it's this thing, man, we call Google. You know what I mean? It's been around for a little bit of time. I don't know if you've been under a rock, but you type in Adrian Marcel and it pop right up. It's crazy. Trust me. Trust me. You know what I mean?
You know these people lazy, man. So
you know it's cool.
maybe
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe want to be like, can I just tap this one button and it come up?
We ain't got no more excuses. You've been at the crib for a whole year and some change. You ain't had nothing but your computer. You should know how to type a name in at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
sir. Yes, sir.
But tap in with me, man. I've been loving the engagement that I've been having with the fans lately, man. And we just gonna keep it going. Like I said, it's a lot of more music on the way. It's a lot of things we got set up. So just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. We're gonna keep you in tune whether you want to or not anyway. So don't worry about it.
Facts, man. Yeah. Again, man, I thank you for coming through, man.
One love.
Is there any shout outs, bro, you want to do before I let you out the passenger?
Yeah, I just want to, I want to shout out everybody at Hits 107.3, man. Shout you out, bro. I appreciate you having me. Shout out all the listeners. Shout out the squad. Shout out my partner, Shireen Gomez. Shout out Sunny B, Ren Nicole. I'm Too Tall. Alex Hightone, man. I mean, it's just so many people that's a part of the squad, man, that have just taken everything up, man. But I just appreciate everybody who's listening, who's paying attention, man. Shout out to the fans, because without them, you know, all this shit pointless. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all 1,000%. I'm gonna shout myself out, man, for just being a real one. You know what I'm talking about?
You got to.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Man, again, man, we appreciate you for coming through, man. What I'm gonna do with this is we're gonna do a special edition of this joint, man. I'm one of the new editors at Straight Official Magazine, and I dropped like this thing called the watch list. So these is the artists that everybody need to be watching. So, man, we're gonna put this video that we got right here on the watch list at Straight Official Magazine, so people can tune in. It'll drop on Monday. You know what I'm saying?
All right, it's all good. We're gonna blast it.
Yeah. Let's do it, bro. You know, like I said, you family with people that I'm family with. You know, so I want to see you in, man. You know, and I love your music, man. Likewise, I'm going back to like the running records and stuff like that. So, I'm you know what I'm saying. So, you know, I rocked with you, you know what I'm saying? So, man, blessings, success, you know what I'm saying? Any way that I can help, you know what I'm saying? I'm here, you know, so just let me know. Y'all got my info?
When I hit out there, when we get out there, bro, we gonna for sure line it up, tap in, bro. We're gonna do all that. It's fam now, you feel me?
Yes, sir, man. We're gonna have to get you out here, man. I'm opening up a new lounge out here in the city. So I'm gonna have to get you in the lounge, man, to come out here and kick it with us, man.
Let's do it.
Yes,
all top. It's good. One love, man.
All right, man. One love.
Y'all take
Appreciate
it easy.
You. You too. Holla.